known as Diamond Denise here. And before I go anywhere else any further in this video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you go ahead and click that subscription down there below, that red button. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you turn on that post notification so you will be notified when I create a new video. And of course, if you are already subscribed, thank you as always for being loyal. I really do appreciate it, guys. I have so many cool ideas for this year. Like, I really can't wait to share them with you. But anyways, make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss any of my cool ideas. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into this video. Here is the tea. Before you consider moving far away from home, here are some things that I've learned and some things you should consider. Okay, so I moved. This is my second time moving pretty far from my family. The first time I moved to go to grad school in DC, I was continuing my education. I needed to get a master's degree in what I was going to school for. So I kind of had to take what I could get. It was already pretty hard to get into programs. And now my second move, and that was like what, 17, 18 hours away from family. So that was pretty far. Now my second move, for my job, I basically wanted to be in the medical field. I could have gotten a job closer, but getting into a medical field, being a new clinician is super tough. It can be tough, and so you kind of have to take what you can get. And so I applied to a lot of different medical facilities, but I only got accepted into 2, and one was in Las Vegas and one was here in Florida. The one in Las Vegas was pretty much like they seemed to be like a private practice, but medically based. I think they worked in collab with the hospital and saw some of their patients for certain needs that they were able to provide services for that weren't offered at the hospital. But the job in Florida, of course, it was basically a hospital job, and everybody kind of mingles together, outpatient, inpatient, acute. So I've kind of had the opportunity to step in a little bit of those areas and also like observe a little bit in the NICU, which is something that I'm also interested in, which is why I chose to come to Florida. So I'm really happy with my decision, but it's not all peaches and cream, okay? So let me tell you guys, the first thing is moving away. It can be lonely. You know, I'm a person that I'm really close with my family. Like, we love each other. My dad was in the military, so growing up we always moved around a lot. So if we didn't get to really hang out with our extended family or even some friends, like, we always had family. Like, that's what we were about, and that's what my dad pretty much was all about, and it kind of carried over into all of us. Like, family over everything, and that's on period. So literally, like, I miss my family a lot. I really do. And I honestly, when I first moved here, guys, I was so lonely. I don't want to say I was depressed, but it's just like, you know, when you're going through life, you're going through changes, you know, you're young, you're not close to the people you used to be close with, and you're in a different environment, different situation. It can be a little unsettling, but I have to constantly remind myself, trust the process, and my next move will be within driving distance to my family or something like that. So like, I don't want to be too far away like I am now. So we'll see where I end up. So you guys know that I am a person, I believe in God, I'm a person of prayer. So I would say the first thing you should do is just be prayerful, be very diligent in, you know, what does God have for you? What does God want for you? You don't want to just move prematurely, just move just to move. But you just want to really make sure that you're, you know, in the will of God. If that's what you desire, if that's what you want, if you are a person that is about prayer, if God is important to you, then you want to make sure that you listen to him. Which also brings to my next point. If you are really into going to church, you also probably want to look and see like what churches are in the area that you're moving to. I know for me, being here, like, I'm in a place where the demographics is totally different than what I'm used to. Like, it's very old retiree town where I'm at. When I was originally like coming here, I just looked at the city and I was like, oh, this looks really good. I didn't really do my research like I should have. So that's kind of what I got put in. So I honestly, I did find one church that I like here, but I have to drive a little further out. But you know, it was a little tough in the beginning. Like every church I was going to, just imagine me being young and it was like all old people, and I just couldn't find anyone that I could connect with. So that was pretty tough. So check out the area, check out the scene. Also consider, like, do you have friends? Like if you're a person that really likes to hang out with people, granted, if you're doing something for the betterment of your career or whatever the case is, then you know, I understand that. But if you're just trying to find somewhere to move, like consider, do you have friends maybe close by? Do you have access to your friends? Are you a person that can get out, try new things, make new friends? That wasn't me. That's really not me. I'm trying to be a little more like that because, girl, you just get tired of being lonely, okay? You can only have so many phone conversations. And I used to talk to a lot more people, but now my circle is getting really tiny. So I don't talk to that many people. So that was tough for me. Like I didn't really feel like I had anyone here. And I went through, honestly, and I'll do some more talking videos, but I went through like a season of just feeling like blah blah blah, like why did I move here, like just almost in a season of like just regretting it. But you kind of have to look at the bigger picture. I had to pick myself up, get, you know, myself together, because that is not what I really wanted to be doing. I did not want to be soaking and sobbing and worrying and complaining. Like that is not gonna be happening with your girl. So I had to get it together, and that's pretty much what you have to do. You know, you can't, if you're in a situation, whatever you're going through, it's always, remember, I'm a speech therapist. Why can't I talk? Just remember that your situation is temporary. Okay, you're gonna go through something. Sometimes it's not easy going through it, but at the end, like, you're gonna be good. You'll be okay. Also consider things to do in that location. Like I didn't look up anything here, nothing. And guess what? There is nothing to do here. I'm 2 hours away from Miami, I'm 2 hours away from Tampa, but still, like, there's really not that much going on in this little area. It's really for people that just want to come, go to the beach all day, and that is it. Okay, there's a college here, but there's not many college activities. So make sure you look to see like what things to do in your area, and if that's something that you're interested in, if you like the simple beach life and that's how you want to live, then fine. Honestly, I think I would be okay here if I had more people to hang out with. If I had some of my friends, if I had, you know, my family, I don't think it would be as bad. But when you're by yourself, like, those are things you should really consider, because you want to know, like, can I go out and do this and mingle, and how am I gonna, you know, meet people? So you have to, that goes back to being willing to try new things. People have been telling me, like, to get on take cycling classes or take different workout classes, but you know, I'm not really good with being consistent with working out, but I'm gonna get there. Something else, I think they have like a group that goes like kayaking or something random like that. So try those things. That's a good way to meet people. And yeah, also consider the weather. Here it's hot all day, every day. We had 1 or 2 weeks of a cold front, and that's it. It's super hot, and I actually really love it. Coming from DC, it was like the winters. Actually, when I was there, I had some pretty good winters, but I heard the winters can be a little brutal. Fortunately for me, I don't think the winters were that bad. I think in the beginning I was overreacting because I wasn't used to it, but like the weather was actually pretty good the 2 years that I was in DC. So coming here and it's super warm, like just fashion wise, because I'm into fashion, I love wearing my boots, I love wearing my coats, my scarves, and I have not had to pull any of that out. So it's a little like bittersweet, like sad, but then the sun just feels really good. I'd rather be hot than cold, but I don't mind going through a little cold season just so I can, you know, switch my little fashion style up a little bit. So that's something to consider. And not really with the fashion, but you know how you are, you know whether you like, so think about that. The cost of living, oh my goodness, the cost of living here where I am is actually higher than I thought. So if you are a new clinician, a new employee, a new whatever you are in your field, you're going to start a career, you're going to get a new job, whatever the case is, think about the cost of living. So you know you're going to make a certain amount of money. look up the apartments in that city so that you're aware of what your rent may be. Always add a couple $100s to that base rent, maybe $150, because there's going to be different fees normally for your apartments. Trash fee, $25 trash fee, like valet trash required, a pest control fee, and nobody came in here and sprayed my apartment, not one time. What else? Living fee, breathing fee, all your utilities. So think about that, because that is going to be an expense that you're going to be responsible for. How much it's going to cost you to get to whatever city you're going to. My goodness, I did not think it was going to be this expensive to move. Like, I probably spent like $5,000 before to move, before I even started working, because you're buying furniture, you're buying beds, you have to get your furniture in your apartment, you need food, you need random cleaning supplies, you need an iron, like different things you just don't really think about that you need, but you need. You need dishes to eat, you need things to clean your dishes with, you need, gosh, what else do you need? What do you not need? Okay, so you're gonna have to, 9 times out of 10, if you get in an apartment, you normally have to pay up front. You have to pay like security deposits and different things like that. So that's going to be another fee or more fees you'll be responsible for. So make sure you're adding all those things up, because it can come out of nowhere. And then if you're starting a job, sometimes with these jobs, which I don't know why they don't just pay for it, but they want you to pay for your license, they want you to pay for, and of course they're not gonna pay for it because you're brand new. Like, they're not investing in you like that. Normally once you work somewhere, they usually do pay it, but you know, when you're starting off, you got to pay for your license, you got to pay for these different fees to get different certifications or whatever the case is that you need, and you got to eat. Okay, so add those to your list of things to consider when you are moving. Also, I would say before you move somewhere, take a trip there and visit. That's one thing that I did not do, because at the time, like, I really just needed to get a clinical fellowship. I needed to move. Like, it was just kind of like, I got the job at June, I believe. I had to be there by July. You know, August, my apartment back in DC, the rent was ending, not the rent, the lease was ending in like the month or two. Like, so it was just, I was kind of in a rush. I didn't really consider like, hey, you know, maybe you should try to set up with the company to come visit before you actually begin. And I really wish I would have did that, but you know, it worked out for me, besides the lonely part, but it worked out for me. I'm really happy with like the place I'm at, the place I chose. And yeah, so for you, I would recommend, which is what I would have did even if I had to make time for it, because if they're gonna hire you, they're gonna hire you. If they're interested in you, they'll be interested in you if you tell them that you want to visit before you commit. So just try to visit, try to go see the city, stay for a day or two, see what's around, see how it looks, see what there is to do in the city. I think that's going to really impact your willingness to move there and stay. It kind of helps you get a good sense of like where you will be living for the next year, 2 or 3, or however long you plan to live there. If you really like your job and your career, you may plan to just officially live there forever. So things to consider, guys. And the last thing I'm gonna say is just be open. I kind of touch on this a little bit earlier. Be open, you know, especially if you're younger. Be open, you have time. I know for me, sometimes I think like, I don't have time for this. I feel like I'm getting a little bit older, but I'm really still pretty young. And if you're older, then be open to something new, to a new experience. Take a chance, you know, really follow your gut. You don't want to live life with regrets. Whatever age you're in, you don't want to live life with regrets, but you do want to be smart about them. Don't just go out and do something randomly. However, if you like to take risk, you know, if you feel like that's what you've been called to do, what you've been told to do, what you feel in your spirit that you have to do, by all means, because I know plenty of people that have done it and it worked out. Take a chance on yourself. At the end of the day, God gave you this one life. As long as you're doing things that are not disappointing to him or negatively impacting your relationship with him, I say live your best life, okay? Live it, because this is the only time on earth you have to do those little things. So that's just my advice. Hopefully I said something that can be really helpful, especially to people moving out for the very first time, and hopefully something resonates with you. If you liked any of the little tips I gave you, please write down your favorite tip below in the comments. Guys, y'all don't leave me no comments for real. Y'all leave like 1 or 2 comments. Thank you for those that actually do comment, but leave me some comments. Like the video, thumbs down the video. It helps me know, like, I like this, send us more, or I don't like this, don't make more videos like this. Like, interact, guys. I need a little bit of interaction, okay? That is all I have for you today. Hopefully, like I said again, something was helpful. Give the video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.